This is the easiest XP farm for Minecraft Bedrock and will get you over 50 levels in 3 minutes. Yes, 3 minutes. Materials are on screen, so pause and let's build. The first thing we're going to do is dig out a 3x3 by 3 block deep hole or a 3x3 cube. After digging out your cube, we're going to place down a sand block in the center of the hole with a cactus on top and a composter on top of that cactus. Grab your water bucket and place it in any corner in whatever direction the water is flowing in. We're going to dig down 3 blocks, 1 block across, like this. Next, we're going to come over here and we're going to dig out a 3 block strip, which is 2 blocks deep. Go ahead and remove these 2 blocks as well, and we're going to place down an observer facing in this direction and an observer facing in this direction. But first, we're going to remove this block right here. Place down your observer, so this is what it should look like. From this area right here, you should see the red dot, and it should be bouncing back and forth. Next, we're going to place down a lightning rod in this hole and remove this block right here so that the water flows over to the lightning rod. Next, we're going to grab our sticky piston, and we're going to break this block right here and place our sticky piston upside down so that it is pointing down into the observer, and then grab whatever block you would like and just pillar up, and then just go ahead and fill in all of these blocks right here. Again, you can use whatever you want. I'm using grass blocks so it looks natural. Next, we're going to place down a lever on top of this piston so that, well, first let's place down our trapdoor here so we can see it. So we're going to place it on this side, which is going to go up and down, and it is going to open away from the farm. Once you've placed down your trapdoor, go ahead and flick this lever and it should stop clicking, and this is where our trident killer is going to be. Next, we're going to grab our leaves, and we're going to create a rim of leaves. You can use whatever block you would like, but I like having this look kind of like a miniature iron farm, so I tend to use leaves, and I think it looks pretty good. We're then going to come over here and dig down 2 blocks. Well, not inside the hole, dig down 2 blocks, and this is going to be where our zombie is. So let's place down another trapdoor right here and open it up, and then place down a temporary little enclosure so that we can punch our zombie into this hole. And we can't forget that we need to have our block so that the zombie doesn't die in the sunlight. So this is going to prevent him from burning up in the daytime. And once it's nighttime and you have a zombie nearby, make sure to have a named name tag so that he doesn't despawn. And we're just going to get him inside of this hole. So lure him over and then punch him in. Get in there. Get in there. Get into your new home. Go. Get in. Go. 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 Don't die. There we go. And then simply name him. Close the trapdoor, and we can remove all of this scaffolding. And the next thing we need to do is create a little temporary bridge so that we can get our armadillos into that composter. So let's just go ahead and build up some scaffolding like so. And then we're going to build a little platform which you're going to hold your armadillos in. So this is going to be, let's make it a little bit bigger. This is going to be the room where the armadillos sit in. Again, you can use whatever block you want, dirt, it doesn't matter. This is a very temporary structure. So this is what we're going to be working with, and then let's just raise these walls to be 2 blocks tall. Now, in order to get your armadillos here, all you need is 2 armadillos, and then you can use spider eyes to breed them, and then you can have a total of 5. Now, you can have as many as you want. Just keep in mind, the more armadillos you have, the more lag this farm is going to cause, and 5 is going to be plenty. This should get you well over, 60 or 70 levels in just 3 minutes. So I'm going to be using 5, but if you're on a lower end device, maybe just use 1 or 2, and then if that works, maybe you can, make more armadillos. Okay, correction, that is going to take forever and it's very annoying, so instead just place down 3 rails right here and have a minecart, and all we're going to do is place down a minecart, put our armadillo in here, push them over to the composter, and then just click on the corner of the minecart and they will be perfectly lined up with the center of the composter. Now just do this with each of them, and then you'll have all of your armadillos inside of the area. There we go. And once you have all of your armadillos in there, we can go ahead and get rid of all of this scaffolding we just made. And unfortunately, they are doomed to an eternity of suffering. So let's just clean this place up, and then we can continue working. Alright, we are very nearly done. All we need to do now is throw our tridents onto this trapdoor, and however many armadillos you put in here, make sure you put that many amount of tridents. I've got 5 armadillos here. If I just threw 1 trident, this thing would literally take maybe 30 minutes to catch up because of how much lag it would cause. So very important, the number of armadillos you have equals the number of tridents you're going to be throwing. Now, this lightning rod is going to be the thing balancing the tridents, so we're going to aim at the center of that trapdoor right here. Just like that. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Last thing we need to do is place down our fence post right here. That way we don't accidentally fall in or pick up the tridents. If you fell in, that would be extremely bad. And now all you need is your splash potion of infestation, and we are ready to use the farm. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this block is very important, so he doesn't die. All right, one more thing, make sure that this layer of leaves is 2 blocks tall and you have a little step up here, because if it's only 1 block tall, I had like 3 silverfish jump out, which was very annoying, and if you do end up leaving your computer running or whatever you're playing on, then that is a very easy way to die. So make sure that it's 2 blocks tall to keep all the silverfish contained, and now we are ready to use the farm with our splash potion of infestation. All we're going to do is throw it at the center where those armadillos are. The silverfish are going to come out, turn on your trident killer, and then just sit here and wait and watch the levels flow. So I'll be back in about 3.5 minutes, and we'll see how many levels I get. Alright, it looks as though the XP is starting to slow down a bit, so we are probably nearing the end. And yeah, it's just finishing off the last couple of silverfish, but look at that, 57 levels in like 2.5 minutes, which is absolutely insane. This is a game changer. The only thing I'm going to mention is make sure that when you re-enter your world, you re-throw these tridents. So you're going to have to break this block, pick up the tridents, and then we're going to have to re-throw them. Because when you load out of the game, the tridents tend to glitch through the trapdoor, and then the trident killer is broken. And if your trident killer is broken and you throw the potion, you are going to have thousands of silverfish, which are basically unable to be killed because the game will be so laggy. So it's very, very important that you re-throw those tridents if you leave the game and reopen the game every time you use this farm. Alright, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, then be sure to subscribe and leave a like. My name is WhatUpMC, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!